Alright, subscribe to Spags1245, right, Grayson?
Subscribe to Spags1245.
You
That's
know
what I'm
how it
saying.
is. He is.
What is up, Spaggets? I thought I would make a video today. I am making it on my iPad, so it is a little zoomed in. Because I have notes on my phone for the video. Because I wanted to make a little um, motivational video today, and it's going to be a little bit of a history lesson, sort of, but motivational nonetheless. So yesterday I went to a confirmation retreat. I wasn't getting confirmed because I was confirmed 5 years ago, but I was a chaperone and I had to work it. And so basically, they did a lot of activities. It was 4 to 10 at the church, and so I took some notes on some stuff I thought was cool, and that I thought it would help motivate you guys and give you drive to do something if you don't have drive right now. So first, here, let me put this here so it looks like I'm looking straight. So here we go. First one I want to talk about is the very first activity. Trying to figure out that was the consequences game. Okay, so the very first one was the consequences game that we did, which is basically like hot potato, but with a wiffle ball. And when the ball was in your hands when the music stopped, you had a consequence. So the guy ahead of me had to be a little teapot, and every time he got the ball, he had to do a little teapot, like the little teapot motion, pour himself over and all that. And I was a ballerina, so I had to do a little spin move. And basically, the whole thing out of this that he got was that literally not even 10 minutes into the retreat that we were trusting him, and he was telling us to dance and sing and all this, and that honesty is key. Because if you weren't honest, you were going to have the same guy doing like 3 punishments, 4 punishments, whatever. But I took better notes on other ones. I didn't take really good notes for this one. Alright, so let's talk about the in common activity, which was you partnered up with somebody and there was like 4 different trials. So one of them was like 1 point for everything you have in common, places you've been, foods you've eaten, TV shows or movies you like, and what was the other one? I don't know. Um, Food, places you've been. Anyway, so the one with the highest amount of points won, and this one girl had like 73, and the Sean, the guy that was running it, asked her, "So what round did you get the most points in?" And she said the one with the food, and he said, "Which one did you get the least amount of points in?" And she said the one with the places you've been, which makes sense because not a lot of people. It was places you've been out of PA, and some people have never been out of PA. Some people have forever been out of PA, like are rarely ever here, and so he was when she was up front, he was explaining that. So you have someone that gave you 30 out of your 73 and 7 out of your 73 and people in between. And then he asked, so who gave more here? And then he told a story about how when he had a house fire that I could relate this to my life too, but when he had a house fire, people gave everything they had, whether it was a little, but even the people that hardly give, like if they give you, they're like, hey man, this is all I got, but I'll give it to you. Like the one guy donated to me from Mr. Marathon, he's like, hey, I only have $5 on me right now, but I'll give it to you. That means more than someone who has like $300 in the wallet. Just, yeah, man, I'll give you a 5 or something. I mean, it's better than nothing, but still. The whole point of it is the people that give little are still worthy. If you give little, I don't know how I want to word this. If you give little, it will mean a lot to people. And just because you give a lot doesn't mean it means a lot. It might not even be what people want. But, I mean, help is help. And one thing we all have in common is that we are all children of God. Whether you like lasagna or pizza, you have that in common, or you both like NCIS or whatever. We are all children of God, and we are all created in His image. So, the next one I want to talk about, and the last thing I want to get on a tangent about, is the David and Goliath story. Some of you, well, most of you should know it. For some of you guys that don't know it, David and Goliath is a story about basically warriors. David is not a warrior. In fact, he plays his flute to sheep in his herd, and he was seen as very weak. And his brother Goliath was this really strong warrior. Um, like Alexander the Great, sort of, except not. So David decides to join the army today. One day, he goes to the king. He's like, "Yeah, I feel like I could help you guys out," because he found out he was a really good shot with a recurve bow, like archery bow. So king says, "Yeah, why not?" They literally have nothing to lose. So, Dave shoots 3 stones at Goliath, and one goes right by his right side of his head, one goes right by the left side of his head, and one hits him right in the temple. And Goliath goes down, and Dave gets a sword and finishes him off. So, basically, what I'm trying to get you guys to get out of this is it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. A little wee David, about 5'8" and like 110 pounds soaking wet, beat about a 6'6" Goliath who's probably like 230 and ripped. So you just gotta have heart. You can do anything if you put your heart and mind to it. You know, you just gotta believe. You gotta work hard. You gotta work harder than the others. You know, as my ball coach says, do 12 reps because your opponent only did 10, or work harder because your opponent's sitting at home playing video games. You know, you gotta be a step ahead of everybody. And if you want it, you got to work for it. It's not just going to be handed to you. It's like respect. Respect is a two-way street, and success is a two-way street. It's not going to be given to you. You have to work for it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My next video is going to probably be a gameplay or another MLB trade one, but I want to lay off those for a bit. It's probably be a gameplay of some kind. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Spag it out.